The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of RMCOnAir.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Thank you for joining us on Let's Talk About Business Radio. I'm your host, Sharifa Hardy, and thank you for joining us inside the studio as we make our first migration from Blog Talk Radio to being at Roscoe's Media Center. Thank you to all our sponsors for all of your support, and I want to give a special shout out to my Uncle Bill. Happy birthday, Uncle Bill. Thank you for watching the show. We have some very special guests today, the Mooney Twins. I have inside the studio Mr. Dwayne Mooney, and we'll have his brother, Daryl Mooney, calling in. Welcome, Dwayne.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you.
Looking so good. It's beautiful to see radio folks that actually look good. Usually the radio folks be hiding out. You know, they sound like Barry White, but they look like Barry White too.
I guess that's a compliment. I guess I don't look like Barry White. But for my first show, there was a specific reason why I wanted to speak to the Mooney Twins. The Mooney Twins are known for talking about money. So we're going to talk about money and that cash flow. That's your expertise, is it not?
That's right. Money and cash flow. Because Daryl and I are stand-up comedians, too. You know, ain't no joke when you're broke.
No, I want to ask you, in this day and age, when we talk about business, most people are afraid to post, to tweet, to talk about money. Mm-hmm. But you and your brother, you're consistently talking about how you can help build wealth, and you're not ashamed of that.
You know, it's like I always say, it's like in high school, when you're in the hood, when you're going to school, you're afraid to let people know you're getting straight A's. You know,
I think that's the same thing.
Yeah, it's like with money. It's like you're afraid. Some people have some money and afraid to talk about that they have money. So it's like it makes you uncool. It makes you a nerd. No, money makes you real cool.
Now, you have a website. Let's give our listeners your website address.
We have a website. It's called The Wealth Portal Inc. Inc.com. The Wealth Portal Inc.com. This is a website that basically shows people how to generate income.
Now, it's 2013. The internet is thriving. Would you say that there's still a need for people to generate income?
Look. They better get on the internet and make some money and stop playing games on the internet. I mean, if you see how we use Facebook. I use Facebook for two things. I use it for jokes. Right? And I use it to build wealth. Because what happens with the internet, all of you who are out of work, who are looking for a job, look, there's plenty of business opportunity on the internet, and there's no recession on the internet. The profits are going up in the internet, but in real life, off the internet, is going down. So 2 + 2 = 4. Everyone should be on the internet. 90% of my business money that I make is from the internet.
90%.
90%.
Wow.
And as an entertainer, and the whole thing is you have to create your brand, and that's what we try to do. And we're over the top with our brand because this is what gets the attention.
What makes you say you're over the top?
Because talking about money in a big way.
Yes, you talk about
saying?
money, you post about money,
that's right.
You dream.
I talk like I'm a billionaire.
Yes.
You know, and way from that, but it's the attitude. And people connect with that, and then you get the people who like, oh, they always talking about money. They defriend you, didn't want you anyway. Go. So I like to say outrageous stuff to see who's gonna stick.
What is one of the most outrageous comments that you have?
Oh, I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even say it on air.
But you post about money. Does everyone welcome this?
I find that the people who are about money welcome it. I get a lot. I actually get arguments about it. And see, I even love the arguments about it. About, well, it's not all about the money.
Right.
You know, it's not all. Now, you don't need money to be happy, really.
Right.
And my line is, well, you must be broke. That's the way broke folks talk.
I know.
Like it's like all the movies tell us. You always see the poor, struggling person, but they have pride.
Right.
And then when they show us the rich person, they're always evil.
Right.
See, it's a setup. It's to
Right.
keep you away from the money. It wants you to be poor and prideful
Right.
rather than rich and prideful.
Right.
See, that's the movie industry perpetuates that whole thing about money is evil.
Right.
But they live the best. They having the most fun. They got the big jets. They got all the women, all the men, all the clothes,
Right.
anything they want. But they evil.
Right. Right.
And then every successful person, you got all these conspiracy theorists talking about. Every time somebody black get rich, they with the Illuminati.
The Illuminati.
I want to be with the Illuminati.
Can the Illuminati call in? Let's give us a call-in number for
Can
the
we go to the Illuminati party? Is there an Illuminati party in the house?
No,
Sure.
I know that's the truth because I've had the same conversation.
Yeah.
We always talk about these rich people, these mansions, and they have to be evil. They
Yeah.
have to be conniving. They have to have done something wrong. When I believe it's our birthright to be rich.
I
We're
just
not
said-
supposed to be poor.
Hey, look, Reverend Ike taught us a long time ago it's about being rich. Reverend Ike was the Little Richard of prosperity thinking. So this man, he in the 60s and the 70s, he was talking about prosperity when it was at a time when that was a negative.
Right.
'Cause we were in a social movement and we was in this struggle.
Right.
But he was right. It's about empowering yourself. It's about making as much money as you want, being aware of what's going on, but actually the new. We always say, my brother and I always say, it's not about the civil rights anymore. It's about the silver rights right now. Get your money, man.
Get your money, man. You heard it here. Let's talk about business radio. And again, that's why the show is so important. You have so many people who are willing to go to the club. They go to the club, they watch these television shows, they're interested in Real Housewives of some
Yes.
city, but when they go home, they don't have enough to feed their children. That's
That's
my
right.
burning desire, to make sure that everyone has enough. So if there's anyone out there that doesn't have enough, who has questions on their business, let's sit down and talk about it. I don't want to hear any more about the gas prices, or you can't afford to go to the grocery store if you're not willing to open up the lines of conversation and communication and talk about business. Talk about how we're going to get this money.
Yeah, and that's very important that you said it, because people always say the gas prices are going up. Well, if the gas prices are going up, you're supposed to make more money.
Right.
Your profits should go up.
Right.
Daryl and I, we trade. That's one of the secrets of making money on the internet, is learning how to trade. Either the stock market, trading options, so you don't have to pay for the stock, or trading in the Forex market, which is an international $6 trillion a day industry, the biggest trading industry on the planet, because you're dealing with countries' money, the euro, the Japanese, the Swiss. This is where you make the money. This is where the big boys make money. And now, 1958, they changed the laws where anybody can make money through the Forex. All you need, some accounts you can open up with $100.
$100.
There's no excuse. All you have, if you can read pyramids, you can read charts.
So a lot of people may not be able to read pyramids and may
Yeah.
not feel that they can read
Yeah.
charts. Even the word Forex to some people is just an
Yeah.
overwhelming word.
No, they think it's a condom.
The Forex. Have you got your Forex?
The Forex, that's what the thing is, because we're not taught in school about these things. See, when we go to school, we're taught to work for somebody or go to the military.
Right.
Okay, because all we're doing is regurgitating the information that you've given us, giving it back to you. If we get creative about the information, we get an F. May not be right, may not be wrong, but we didn't give it back to you the way you wanted it. And that's creating zombies, that's creating sheep. When you break up and you understand where the real money is, the real money is in trading, the real money is in internet marketing. We have these children learning how to get on the internet like it's the back of their hand, but they don't learn how to make money. Do you know that my son, when he was 18, was a millionaire? Became a millionaire. You know how?
No,
Through the internet.
I need to learn.
Through the
I need to
internet.
meet him.
Through the internet.
Through the internet.
Through the
Okay.
internet, selling software.
Oh, wow.
This man, incredible. He took my sales mentality and took what his mama taught him about the computer, put it together, and blast it out.
I have to talk to him.
Oh, he's great.
Found out a way to get him as a guest on my show.
Oh, he's
Let's talk
amazing.
about business.
He's an eBay specialist.
Oh, wow.
He makes
So he does it through
eBay.
eBay.
He makes money on eBay like somebody just stealing money. I mean, I hate to say stealing, but he's tough.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I said it's one of the secrets. It's learning how eBay works, selling something on eBay. What's one of the keys to making money on the internet? Trading is another way to make money. Affiliate programs is another way. Network marketing is another way to make money. Passive income is another way to make money. It's all kinds of ways. Daryl and I we've invested in businesses in Belize. In Belize. And we're investing in rubber.
Wow.
And rubber in Belize. People connected to the government. It's all when you understand that if you have a business, a brick and mortar business, you can just service the people in the neighborhood. When you have an internet business, you can service the world.
Now, your brother Daryl, now we have Daryl Mooney on the line.
Who's that? Oh, yeah, that's
Is that
my
the
twin.
Illuminati?
That's my twin. No, is that Illuminati or is he illuminated?
Are you illuminated?
No, Illuminegro.
Welcome, Daryl. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me and us. It's always a pleasure, Sharifa. And greetings to you this morning. And just so honored and happy about your new show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it.
There's a new star in town.
Ooh, that's me.
Yes, yes.
No, we're talking a little bit about making money and how some people have a fear of talking about money and they don't want to discuss money. I don't know if that's more prevalent in the African American community or it's just people in general. What are your thoughts on your experiences of people's reaction to discussing money?
Well, like in everything else, usually when we have when others have a cold, we have the flu, if you heard of that saying.
Yes.
But across the board, it's relevant between the people who have a mindset of prosperity versus the folks who have a mindset of lack or poverty, and it's basically a consciousness no matter what the group or race or tribe is. It's a mentality, and those who have a prosperous consciousness are going to talk about money and have no problem with it. And what we suggest is those with a poverty consciousness keep talking about money till you get beyond the fear, and not only talking about money, but doing money properly.
I love watching your post, and on a daily basis, the both of you know how to engage your fans and your followers on the social media. You're active on Facebook. You're actively posting about your businesses and your opportunities. Can you give us a little bit of information on one of your opportunities?
Yeah, well, we have different opportunities. I'm sure Dwayne talked about it. We have a passive income system, cash flow systems, investing systems. We have a little something for everybody, network marketing systems, and we have a new system that is a compounding leverage system where it's basically where the money is coming to you, and you control it, and you control your destiny by you networking. In fact, that's why I wasn't able to come in today, because I was piled up with so much business that I had to take care of, and putting people in and calling people to make sure they had the right information. So that's what I'm talking about when we talk about doing business. Mindset motivates you to do business, but the activity of doing business has to literally become fun in order for you to be successful, because if you're not enjoying it, you're going to stop doing it, and it becomes fun when you have the mentality. So right now we have a powerful opportunity that people are going to be making money very, very quickly.
We definitely want more information on how to make money very, very quickly.
Hey, why make money slow, huh?
That's right. Make it fast.
Now, one of the things that I love about you gentlemen is that you always incorporate humor into making money.
Oh yeah, because that's what makes it fun. You know, I mean, why be bored? Why be unhappy making money? Making money is a privilege in this world. In some parts of the world, you can't even go for it. You starve and you can't even eat. So when you're in a capitalistic system, there's literally nothing to complain about. All you have to do is do it. You have other folk from all over the world coming here, taking advantage of the opportunity that America has. A lot of African Americans, not all of us, sit on their back waiting on a hand out. And as Les Brown says, use the hand at the end of your wrist. It's right there for you to go get it. All you have to go get it. But again, I always say, don't forget what's going on. We know there's racism. We know there's sexism. We know there's people against us. And we know that sometimes racism don't even come into a color. Your grandmama, your mama, your uncle, they can have a racist mentality or a poverty mentality that gets you stuck on stupid. So you got to break away from anybody that's not about moving forward.
I definitely agree.
See Daryl's child crying? Because Daryl didn't give him no money.
Daryl, get a baby some money.
Get a baby some money. Open up an investment program. He mad at you.
Yeah, so the thing is, when Dwayne is really correct when he's talking about the fact that, you know, we become our own enemies.
Look, I'm trying to trade.
The baby wants some toys.
Baby trying to trade. Say, give me some of that Forex. Listen to him. Going off. No, you know, you can get off the phone. I can handle it. Okay. So the real deal is when we talk about the internet,
Right.
I really want people to understand this. I said 90%. How did I start? 10 years ago. Daryl and I was a radio show, was on Radio Scope, if you remember that radio show. Somebody had mentioned the Mooney Twins. Yeah, I remember they were in the Fish to Save Pittsburgh. What happened to them? I heard them. I called the owner of the show. I said, hey, you got to put us on the show so we can tell them what the Mooney Twins are doing.
Okay.
Right? Got on. Remember now, there's thousands of people listening to this radio show. We're on talking about what we're doing. We got this health product, working with Dick Gregory, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I got about literally 200 email responses.
Wow.
Okay. Guess what? I didn't know how to email back.
So what did you do?
I got 200 leads and didn't know how to email back. Was too shy or too embarrassed to tell anybody, right? So I ended up losing 200 leads.
Wow.
2 weeks later, I got my butt into a library class and learned how to email, and I learned basic skills on the internet.
Okay.
And because of that, and then I had to make Daryl do. I mean, I literally had to put a gun in his head to get him down to the library with me. Nonviolence. It was a fake gun, no bullets.
Okay.
To get him down to go to the class with me.
Okay.
And 10 years later, 90% of our money is made from the internet. So what I'm trying to say is it doesn't matter what age you are.
Okay.
The internet is not a young people game. It's a people game.
Yeah. And you were talking about as far as Facebook is concerned and how we're able to engage people. Well, I have a lot of fun on Facebook and sharing information and sharing jokes and getting feedback, because the feedback of what people come back with, it lets me know and teaches me how people think, teaches me how to communicate with them better, and what works online, I'm able to take offline and share information and really how to communicate and understand how to pace and lead people to take them to where I want to take them. And Facebook gives me that instant communication that I just love. And being a Gemini, I'm a communicator. So if you see me on Facebook, I'm just gone with it. I mean, I'm putting stuff out every other 5 minutes. bam, bam, bam. But again, I use those same information that I create right there when I go up on stage in comedy, for jokes, when I go up on stage for lecturing and speaking. So it all is beneficial for me and really works very powerfully. And anybody say something good on my page, or they have a good joke, or they give some good information, I take that and use that too. So it works for me in lots of great ways.
We want to speak a little bit more about some of those ways that you have been able to have it work for you, and we will do that after this commercial break.
Hey, are you tired of those same old energy drinks with bad taste? Make a switch to Pit Bull Energy Drink with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Pit Bull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pit Bull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Make a switch to Pit Bull Energy Drink. Pit Bull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pit Bull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products. For more information on Pit Bull energy drinks, bars, and mixes, visit their website at hiphopbev.com. That's hiphopbev.com. Online orders available at hiphopbev.com.
Thank you for joining us and for allowing us that brief commercial break. If you are just now tuning in, I'm your host, Sharifa Hardy of Let's Talk About Business Radio, and I am speaking with the Mooney twins today, and we're having a very interesting conversation. So I'm going to go back to Facebook, and I was taking a look at one of the comments while we were on break, and you said, Daryl, in one of your posts that you're going to start charging for questions about your father. I want to talk a little bit about that.
That's deep, Daryl. Oh, but I don't know what he's talking about. But Daryl, you on?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I that was a joke. Those who got it. Some who didn't get it. Hey, I put it out there because so many people inbox me and asking me questions about my father. Mm-hmm. You know, about him with Richard Pryor, about where is he at, where does he live. I mean, just crazy stuff, personal stuff, business-wise. They just asking me questions, and they expect me to answer them. So I said that, and even some people even call me up and ask me questions. So they even say, call me up to get my number, say they want to do some business with me, and they call me up and they're asking me questions about my dad. So I said,
Daryl, I got one of those today, man. Somebody said, "Well, how's your father?" I don't know.
Yeah.
In fact, when you see him, tell him I said hi. I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. What my father got to do with this conversation?
Yeah. Exactly. It's the code of personality, code of celebrity. I'm
gonna start being more celebrity, man. I can't talk to you.
Yeah.
For the listeners who are, when they speak about their father, the Mooney twins are the sons of comedian Paul Mooney. So that's what one of the reasons.
Did you see the Richard Pryor special? I mean, the Richard Pryor documentary is on Showtime.
I should have. I
saw it. Daryl and I were there. I said they showed you the craziness of Richard and the brilliance. That wasn't the Illuminati that set Richard on fire. That was him who set him on fire. Right. Wasn't the Illuminati. That goes to show you. You talk about the Whitney and all this Illuminati stuff. We were there with Richard. We know it was him. He was his own worst enemy. Okay, and it was a brilliant documentary. One of his wives produced the show. It was great, and they gave our father was on being interviewed. He got a lot of attention on the show. And that was one of the reasons why we became about money, because Richard had to do a lot of things because of money, because he would lose it, then he would have to get it back. And we had to and plus he wasn't growing as a human being when he was on the top of the comedy world. So we figured that you have to grow with self-development, and you have to be business-minded and have a high financial IQ, and you have to make money outside of Hollywood so Hollywood can never control you. So you can always do what you want to do. That's why Daryl and I have never did anything that we didn't want to do. They tried to put dresses on us. They tried to have us call women the B's and the H's, and we denied and would not do any of that. And she know, because we used to speak at her school, and we used to tell them children that kind of stuff. That's why I see the conscious radio person sitting over there, because of the Mooney twins.
Yeah. And not only that, back to Facebook, but as we engage with the people and share information about where they really know where we're coming from, not just about business, but about our whole perspective on life. What it does, it gets people to resonate with you, and those who agree with you, they trust you, they see that you have integrity, they see what you're about, and then it's easier for them to come into business with you, because we're not just some business up front where there's no person behind it, but they see how the person thinks, because right now we're in a, what do they call when you can see through, the invisible wall is there. There's no wall there anymore. That the fact that you can see where people are coming from, because they're going to research you anyway.
That's
and they're
right.
going to find out who you are and what you're about. And instead of them finding out later, oh, he's about that. I don't like him. Let's not do business with him. They already know up front.
Mm-hmm.
They already know what front would get. Either you want to deal with me, do business, or you don't. This is who I am.
It's something that you said, Sharifa, that was very interesting about the internet.
Right.
You know, the real power of the internet is the inbox.
Okay.
And we like to say what goes on in the inbox stays in the inbox. Because that's where it gets real good.
Right.
Right, Daryl?
Yes, exactly right.
And Daryl and I have been trained. Daryl and I, you know, you have to go back. See, education never stops. We took a training on how to work the internet, how to get people to do certain things. And what we do is throw stuff out, right? And I see who likes or who makes a comment,
Right.
and then I will inbox them if it's on the subject and start talking about it, especially if they're new. Who are you? Hey, how'd you get to my page? And start talking and asking about them and pacing and leading them to whatever opportunity I want to promote. Say if it's investing. I'll ask them, have you ever if I'm doing something on investing your money, have you ever invested before? And they'll usually, yeah, one time, well, you know, it was a trip and I lost a lot of money. Well, what happened? How'd you lose money? And start getting into a dialogue, and I start leading them to the wealth portal.
Okay.
And I sign a lot of people up through people coming to my inbox.
Okay.
But you develop a personal relationship, because you've seen in your inbox where people just throw stuff out. Hey, join this opportunity.
Right.
I say, I don't know you.
Right. I'm the same way.
At least give me some foreplay.
Yeah, exactly. Facebook is very powerful, and I really haven't attacked Twitter in the way that I should, because I'm having so much fun on Facebook.
Right.
But they're finding out that Facebook is really, for a lot of people, the number way to do business.
Yes, I definitely agree from a marketing perspective. But I don't know if the two of you actually know this, but whenever there's anything that's going on in the news that's controversial, I go right to your page. I go see what you have to say, because you're always so unfiltered, unedited. You will give whatever the God's honest truth is as you know it, and you always come from a different perspective. So I know you always see me on your page liking this, liking that, you know, and sometimes I feel guilty. There was the post the other night, I think it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, are you awake and feeling sexy? And I was like, oh my my God, I am. I'm awake and I'm feeling sexy. So it's just like you never know what topic is going to be discussed on your pages.
Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. Watch out for them early mornings, boy.
I felt guilty and ashamed, like I had to do some Hail Marys or something.
Are you awake and feeling sexy? Yeah, Daryl and I, well, we do that. We are unashamed of who we are. We have fun,
Right.
and if people don't like it, that's your problem.
Right.
I'm showing people you can be free.
Right.
You can do what you want to do, say what you want to say.
Yes.
In fact, Daryl, I have to say, Daryl taught me that, because early on when we were on Facebook, I used to always say, man, why are you so opinionated, man? You gonna stop us from making money? What's wrong with you? And I realized that's what gets people's attention.
Right. I mean, I definitely agree. When I first initially started hosting my radio show, I received calls from people who meant well, who said, Sharifa, you can't say that. You're not supposed to say that. You can't take that stance. And at that time, it was called Ask Sharifa Radio. And I said, this is Ask Sharifa Radio. People call to hear what I have to say. So I'm going to give them my opinion for what it's worth. And it's been fun because sometimes even on my Facebook, I love starting some type of interesting dialogue. It's fun as opposed to just playing it safe.
Yes. I think she has it, Daryl. That's one thing. And plus, Daryl and I being social comedians, see, what we've done is, we stand on just in stand-up, we stand up on the shoulders of Richard Pryor,
Right.
our father, Paul Mooney, and our mentor, Dick Gregory.
Okay.
So we got to be social,
Right.
because they're all social comics. That's ingrained in our blood.
Mm-hmm.
And when you tell the truth
Right.
on stage from our perspective, and our perspective is always from an empowering perspective, we don't tell or bring up subjects to be the victim.
Right.
It's all about understanding what's going on and rising above it.
Right.
And that's where you see our comedy is different from anybody out there, because we're just not complaining.
Right.
We're just letting you know what's going on.
Right.
So now you know what you can do about it.
Right.
And so that's why it extended going into lectures and doing empowerment or motivational lectures, so people have a way out. Understanding the problem, this is the way out. And understanding what your mindset has to be, and then understanding how to produce income for yourself. Because like I said, money is the new revolution. It is the new underground movement. You have people all around the world who said, forget what my country is doing.
Right.
I can't depend on them. So regular people like you and me, have created money systems
Yes.
that people can connect with and become millionaires. Why do it? Because I'm conscious I got to be broke.
Right.
Why do I have to be a poor righteous teacher? Like I said on Facebook the other day, don't give me a donation when I'm dead. Mm-hmm. Give me the money now so I can enjoy it.
Right.
If you love me so much.
Right.
Don't wait.
Right.
Long suffering and waiting for the so-called black race to come together in order for black people as a whole to be empowered. Mm-hmm. That's just not going to happen. Right now, today, black folks are marrying out of their race at a high rate. Races are coming together. The internet is going. If we all right now, Sharifa, if we all left the planet and looked down, we all be caught up in races and culture and all this and that, and all that is great to a certain point. But if we all left the planet and we looked down at the planet, you would realize we was all earthlings.
Right.
Okay? Earthlings, one world, one family. All right, are made up of a whole lot of different tribes, but we're still one world and one family. And black people as a race are not even on the same page.
That's right.
Okay? I mean, we have been a part of so many so-called just black movements limited to just black people. And I'm going to tell you, these things do not last.
Right.
They only go so far, and then they end up begging somebody to write them a check. Okay, so or just the people at the top are making money.
That's right.
So we're saying, hey, be an individual, love your people, no problem. Love the human family, great. At the same, I know who I am as a black person, and I also know who I am as a universal person. So when we do business, we put it out there, and we invite everybody to come in. Mm-hmm. Come on in, because if I depend on one particular group of people, you will be disappointed every time, because you be thinking, okay, I created this for black folks. Black folks come in, then they don't even come in.
Right, right.
They too busy thinking about, well, let me see what's going to happen. Well, let me, I don't like what they saying. I don't like the way they look. I don't like what they doing. They got beards. I don't like that. Oh, I don't this, that. They got green eyes. I don't like folks with green eyes. Well, I don't trust. I mean, people go through all kind of stuff, so you limit yourself when you just go for a particular people. Allow everybody to come in that's not about like color. It becomes about like mind.
Right.
True.
Now,
okay.
Do either of you, with that said, have any resistance to initiating that conversation when you're speaking about money?
Which conversation is that, dear?
When you're having people who join your programs, is there any type of resistance?
The only resistance we have is people who don't want to make money.
Okay, but everyone, we can go outside. We're basically down here on Pico and La Brea. We can walk up La Brea, and everyone, without fail, is going to tell you that they want to make money. They're ready to go get this money.
Yeah.
But what are the problems and the resistance that you run into between them saying they want to make the money and actually getting the money?
This is one thing, if I can answer that, Dwayne. One thing, the resistance that people have is, they have a resistance because they're used to making money in a particular way.
That's right.
In most people's heads, they have, okay, if I don't have a degree and I don't have an education, I can't go out and make money or make a particular kind of amount of money, okay, because most people, if they don't have a degree, I'm talking about the average person, they think if they don't have a degree, they're not qualified to make a lot of money, because we have been taught that making a certain amount of money, you have to be at a certain status, okay? See, but we're learning today the Internet has destroyed all of those illusions. Right now, you have people from across the board, from 13 years old to almost 100 years old, who have gotten on the Internet, who are making serious money, and some folks who are becoming millionaires literally overnight. And the average person mentally is not ready for that. They have not opened up their prosperity consciousness in order to deal with that. That's why we say it's mental. And what we talk a lot about in our presentation, before we even talk about our business, is the mentality. You have to destroy that poverty thinking and understand that you are already a person of high value and of high worth. It's not about your degree. It's not about your schooling. All of that can help, and a lot of that can disable you. Okay, because you have a lot of people with degrees who literally working at McDonald's. They're not, because those jobs are no longer here.
Right.
People are still looking in old bottles for money, but is the money, the new money, is in new bottles, and a lot of it is not about traditional education. Do you know you can do 6 months of internet marketing training, and that would be equal to a 4-year degree in college?
Yes, yes, definitely.
Because after that 6-month degree on internet marketing, you can make money.
Yes.
Now, after 4 years of college, you got to go look for a job.
Right. That's definitely true.
And the job you're looking for is probably outdated.
Right.
So as Daryl was saying, when you talk about going down Pico and people talking about wanting to make money, it's usually a hustle mentality.
Yes.
We're talking about prosperity thinking.
Right.
We're talking about that millionaire mind. You can always tell when somebody has a millionaire mindset and they don't. They talk in a different way. They talk, I can't. Okay. Or I don't know, or I'll try, or that's what they do. When you don't put yourself in the driver's seat, when you don't feel like you can be a Bill Gates, you can be a an African billionaire.
Okay.
If you don't feel like you can't do that, then you have given up. See, because money is abundance.
Right.
You should be able to pull it out of the sky when you need it. You know, that it's just energy.
Right.
It's a mindset. But you have to create the systems in order to make the money.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's when we talk about it's the new world. It's the internet. People are afraid of something new because nobody's telling them. Jesse Jackson ain't telling them.
Right.
You know, the president's not telling them.
Right.
So where do you get that from? They're not being taught in school.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's not commercial, they don't understand it. But yet you have all these young folk, internet savvy folks, who are becoming millionaires overnight because they understand that's where the new money is.
Yeah, so resistance, Sharifa, it comes from a few things. It comes from religious institutions, it's the subliminal programming, it's the MEMS, it's the subliminal viruses that are locked up in your subconscious mind that makes you fear not only on what you can achieve, and it makes you fear the level and capacity of finances you can achieve, meaning becoming financial free. So we're talking about religious institutions that teach us poverty consciousness. We're talking about government that teaches us poverty consciousness. And we're talking about authority figures that teach us poverty consciousness, and specific events in our lives that has knocked us down and broke us down to be afraid, to think people are hustling us. If we don't understand it, if my mama didn't tell me about it, or if somebody didn't tell me about it, it's not real. And so we have to break through all that and develop that prosperity consciousness like we hear. Remember, I don't know if you were young, money don't grow on trees. Remember that?
Right.
Money don't grow on trees. Hey, look here. Money is paper, right? Paper come from what? A tree. Money is a tree, fool.
That's right.
So I'm saying
That's
all
true.
of these, I'm broke. We can't get this. I'm broke. Or you got to have money to make money. That's a lie. You don't have to have money to make money. These are myths. These are illusions. These are subliminal memes that are programmed into us. You know, rich people are evil. I mean, all
Money
crazy
won't buy
stuff.
happiness.
Yeah.
Money, it may not buy happiness, but it'll keep you happy while you're looking for it.
And they're talking about money won't buy happiness. Think about it. If you gave a person who needed an operation money to get that operation, are they going to be happy?
Yes,
you take
sir.
somebody whose house burned down and we give them money to buy a new home. Are they going to be happy? Hey, tell me about it. I believe money can certainly buy happiness. So we've been taught all of these myths. Money is the rule of all evil. The lack of money is the rule of all evil. And when they were talking about in the Bible about the money is the rule of all evil, they were talking about people being overly greedy toward money that will kill you to get money. That's what they were talking about. But really, the lack of money is the root of all evil, because you do some evil things when you don't have no money.
Definitely.
And speaking and
with
thinking
me
some
and-
evil thoughts.
When me and my brother don't get paid for our show, we be some evil twins.
That's right.
We're going to talk a little bit more about that in depth right now. We do have to stop for a brief commercial break. Welcome back to Let's Talk About Business Radio. If you're just now joining us, today's guests are Daryl and Dwayne Mooney. And today's topic is money. We're talking about finances and every aspect of it. Now, earlier, you gentlemen discussed the mindset in regards to wealth, but I want to speak a little bit more about the internet. Are you still finding a fear of making money online?
Yeah, there's a big fear. People, I mean, if you put your money through online, you don't know who you're giving your money to.
Right.
That's why it's very important for you to get money from people. You have to create your brand.
Okay.
People have got to trust you. They have to follow you. I have people right now on my, and Daryl, you'll be excited about this. On my phone, somebody wants to join the Wealth Portal today.
Oh,
how did that happen?
congratulations.
They've been watching it for 6 months.
Oh, wow.
And watching me on Facebook,
Right.
looking at our YouTube videos.
You have YouTube videos?
Yes, we have YouTube videos because we're always promoting. See, Daryl and I are used to being in front of the camera.
Right.
You think I'm going to wait for Hollywood to give me a commercial
Right.
to sell crap? I can do YouTube videos, do my own commercials,
Okay.
and sell what I want to sell.
Right.
And that stuff goes viral.
Right.
I have people internationally, yeah, I saw your video.
Okay.
You see, and always when you do YouTube videos, put your address, your
Okay.
internet address, which you're promoting,
Yeah.
and make sure you put your phone number down.
Okay.
Because you become more authentic when you have a phone number.
That's an excellent tip, and you heard it here.
Okay? And that's what we do. And we try to do a video a week.
Okay.
We're always promoting. We're doing prosperity thinking principles, but we're always leading you to the Wealth Portal or to a program that we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, as Dwayne says, and we do a lot of internet radio shows, and that adds on their integrity and on all of that too, and using our celebrity to be able to do that, and using that to be able to talk about things that are going to empower you, and most of all, that is building prosperously. We want people to understand that prosperity is not just money. Prosperity is abundance in health, abundance in psychology. I'm talking about personal psychology, abundance in self-esteem, abundance in relationship, abundance in your life, and living the greatest and best life that you can, and abundance in material things and money that is included. So prosperity is your whole life living in abundance, knowing there's always more that you can give and there's always more that you can get. So that's what prosperity really, really is. Do not limit prosperity to money. If you look in the dictionary, all prosperity means it's successful. So that's meaning successful in all ways. And to back that up, what Dwayne was talking about the Wealth Portal, somebody coming in, I just have a young lady who's giving me a few $1,000s because she doesn't want to do any of our programs because she just doesn't have the time. Hey, they take 2 minutes a day. I don't know how she don't have enough time, but since she don't have enough time, okay, she just want to give me a couple of $1,000s and me put it in the programs. Okay, so what that means, we splitting the profits 50-50.
Oh, you doing the work.
No, didn't you give her a better deal, Daryl?
I gave her 60-40 for the first 60 days.
Yes,
but
yeah.
However, I mean that's what we're talking about. So when you get
So that's
into,
extra money. You didn't tell me you made a deal like that. You holding out, player.
Yeah. So when you get into this kind of thing,
Yeah. Don't interrupt me. Ha.
and you change your mindset, is very important. And look. It's not hard to be a CEO of your CEO. Guess what? You know how you be a CEO, Sharifa?
How do you become a CEO?
Yeah.
The fastest way, start your own home-based business, and guess what? You the CEO.
Absolutely.
You know what, Daryl? That's so deep. And something that you mentioned earlier about the celebrity thing. You don't have a lot of celebrities that do what we do.
Right.
In fact, a lot of celebrities may look down on us, but guess what? You're waiting for a job. Daryl and I are creating jobs.
That's correct.
So they don't understand the shift that we've made.
Right.
Hollywood is just little on the overall picture.
Okay.
Daryl and I are world citizens Our lives are reality show, is a reality show, but it is a positive, empowering reality show.
Okay.
So we're on the world stage of human life. We're not waiting on a movie or a TV show. We express ourselves on a daily basis, and our mission is to help people get rich. And we're not into, we got to all come together so we can build our community, we can build monuments, we can come together. You do what you want to do with your money.
Right.
There's a whole lot of black folks I just don't like.
I think that's a whole nother show.
You hear me? And there's a whole lot of
that.
other folk I just don't like. I like folk who like money. I like folk who like eating good. I like beautiful women. There's certain things I like that you may not like.
Right.
You may want to see women all wrapped up all the way to the eye. I don't want to see that. I like when I saw you come in here, when you came to the door, I said, Sharifa got a figure. You know what I'm saying?
Six o'clock.
You know what I'm saying? I said, Sharifa got a bounce to her step. I didn't know it was all like that.
But Sharifa been working on herself, Dwayne.
I see.
I have. I definitely
She's been working on herself.
Curvy.
Yeah, that just didn't happen overnight, brother.
Well, thank you.
She's working on herself because I say that to say because people ask, how do you guys get here? Why do you think like you do, Mooney Twins? Why do you think like that? How did that happen? Well, this is taking a long process from the time that we first came to Hollywood and saw Hollywood at 18 and 19 years old and did a motion picture and was around the Dr. J's when we did the Fisher State Pittsburgh and was around our father, because not only did our father introduce us to Hollywood, but he introduced us to a whole nother world of money. Because we're being from Oakland, California, and then coming to stay with our dad, we saw a whole nother level living in Los Angeles and going to the studios. We saw all the rich people.
That's
and
right.
Back then, we thought rich equaled crazy because they was all crazy. Okay? So I didn't want to be rich for years. I was like, I just wanted to be holistic and into my food and into working out and being peaceful and loving. And then all of a sudden going through that process and finding out, hey, why be broke?
Right.
And then to find out that open up the door to prosperity was also spiritual. And then we started in our social movement, the Dick Gregory's, the Minister Farrakhan's, all the folks that we were into. And then we saw the Recycling Black Dollars, the black community engulfed and embracing that, the Afrocentric community, doing all this social stuff that we were doing in the wellness thing. Then and identifying our real black history from ancient black people and to modern, the real information and being empowered by all of that. But we were still broke. So we said, hey, we open up to the money, always admired the financial people in our community. And then we broke through that and started studying people like Harv Eker and George Fraser and Dennis Kimbrough and Robert Kiyosaki and all
Reverend
these
Reverend Ike
and all these powerful people that were about prosperity.
Gotta be hungry.
And then we broke through. We finally broke through. And this took work. This just didn't happen overnight like you getting yourself in beautiful shape to match the beautiful spirit that you have within. That took work.
Right.
It took a decision that you made in order to make that happen. You became prosperous in who you are, successful with who you want to be and how you want to look. And it takes work. It's not just, you just can't kick back and not do anything. You have to take action. Thoughts plus emotions plus actions equal results.
That's the whole thing about what Daryl was saying. You know, he went way around there with that old lecture. My point was with the curves,
Right.
is you are getting healthier.
Yes, definitely.
And the whole thing is when you're making money, you want to be healthy.
Yes.
If I'm making money and I'm just know how to invest and I just have money coming to me, what am I going to do with it if I'm sick?
Pay doctors.
Exactly. And then I'm just going to get the money right back.
Right.
So if I'm working on myself, start eating right, start exercising, and I start valuing myself more and become healthy, I can enjoy my money more.
Right.
And guess what? I'm able to make more money
Yes,
because
definitely.
I'm youthing. I'm getting younger every day. So I have energy to go after my dreams.
Right.
A lot of people, when they hit 55, hit 60, it's all my time is over. It's your time. I'm 55. You're going to have to take my time. You hear me?
Definitely. No, we're coming down to the last few minutes of the show, and just wanted to give you an opportunity. Do you have any shows coming up, any speaking engagements we have to look out for?
Didn't we just do one just on the radio show?
Yeah, we
Wasn't this a
have
show?
plenty of shows.
Daryl, wasn't this a show? Daryl, didn't you just do a show just now at 1 o'clock?
Yeah, but
this
we
was
got more coming
showtime.
up. We got more
Anybody
coming up.
want to
We
hear
only
the
have
show,
a
they
few
can
minutes.
listen to this again.
Email us, get in contact with us at MooneySuccess@yahoo.com. Mooney Success, that's MOONEY, success@yahoo.com. We've got plenty of shows coming up this month and plenty of presentations. Get in tune with us on Facebook, Daryl Mooney, Dwayne Mooney, DARYL, Dwayne, DWAYNE. Get in touch with us. You can look up MooneyTwinsNetwork.com, the Wealth Portal Inc.com, the Wealth Portal Inc.com, and MooneyTwinsNetwork.com. Get in touch with us, and we'll let you know where we are. Come out and see us. Come in business with us. Believe us, being with us is going to enhance the quality of your life, and we just out here to make it happen.
True.
To all our listeners, thank you for joining us. Please, please, please visit us online on our website at letstalkaboutbusinessradio.com.